Coalition of Republican state leaders are going to be gathering in South Texas this morning to defend a controversial buoy project. It was designed to create a barrier inside of the Rio Grande to prevent illegal crossings. The Biden administration and the Department of Justice, they've sued the state over those buoys, claiming they violate federal laws that oversee navigable waterways. Texas Governor Greg Abbott and the state of Texas never filed permits with the Army Corps of Engineers, nor did they get authority from Congress or permission to install the barrier. But as we've been seeing, thousands of people trying to cross a day and not at the ports of entry. Our Jorge Ventura is live in South Texas this morning. I know there are going to be at least 5 Republican governors led by Texas Governor Greg Abbott, which makes total sense. What are we expecting to hear today that we haven't already?
Yes, sir. Good morning, Adrienne. So we are expecting Governor Greg Abbott today to defend that controversial marine buoy system that he ordered to be deployed here in Eagle Pass. That's part of Operation Lone Star, that state's border security initiative. Now, the Department of Justice is suing the state of Texas over that 1,000-foot marine barrier placed here in the Rio Grande. And as you mentioned before, 4 other Republican governors will be joining Abbott for that visit. Those governors will include Iowa Governor Ken Reynolds, Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt, Nebraska Governor Jim Pellin, and South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem. This group plans to underscore their efforts in response to President Joe Biden's border policies ahead of the first hearing of that federal lawsuit that will be happening tomorrow in Austin, Texas. Each of those 4 Republican governors have pledged support and resources to the state of Texas in Operation Lone Star by deploying National Guardsmen from their state down here to Texas to assist Border Patrol agents and Texas state troopers as they handle the influx of migrants still crossing illegally in this part of Texas.
Well, it's interesting. This is highly debatable, but I guess so is of other measures like the barbed wire and things like that. But Mexico has also said they're considering filing a lawsuit because those barriers were placed on the Mexican side of the Rio Grande. What's the status on that?
Yeah, Adrienne, so what we're hearing is Mexican officials are saying that they are going to be sending an inspection team down here to the Rio Grande to see if that marine barrier is on the Mexican side of the river and impeding their waterways. Now, a survey was done by the International Barriers and Water Commission, which oversees the Rio Grande, found that 787 feet of the 1,000-foot buoy chain sits on the Mexican side of the river. If Mexican officials confirm that, that would violate a water treaty with the U.S. Now, it's still unclear if Mexico will file their own lawsuit against the United States. But the DOJ is using those survey results of that barrier being on the Mexican side in their federal lawsuit. And that first hearing is set for tomorrow in Austin, Texas.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.